Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Curtdog. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Curtdog. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Curtdog. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Curtdog. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Curtdog. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Curtdog. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Curtdog. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Curtdog. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Curtdog. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Curtdog. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm welcome to speak. Welcome to speak. Welcome to speak. I'm 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 Who You With Curtdog. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Curtdog. I'm him, Who You With Curtdog. Y'all know what tonight is. It is Ask Curtdog Anything Wednesday. Yeah. What's going on, G Money Man? Came in the show already on Periscope. Welcome, Angelica Fetts, listening in on Instagram. You can live chat with us. I keep moving my computer screen because Instagram had such a small screen. Have to line it up just right. If not, you won't be able to see me. But yeah, so Wednesday night is Ask Curtdog Anything. No matter what it is, I will answer. So you can ask away whatever you want to talk about. We're gonna also throw some Trump. I said Trump family drama up in there. So we'll talk about that also. And if you listening on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, Twitter, you can actually chat live with us in the chat room and be able to communicate. I can actually put your comments up on the stream. We ask that everybody be respectful. Twitch, Twitter, and my bad, I thought I had my phone down. Everyone be respectful, because one thing we won't deal with on this platform is being disrespectful. No matter what the topic may be, no matter what we are talking about at the time, if it's something you want us to speak on, let us know, and we will speak on it. And so, yeah, man, I don't know about y'all, but in Texas, it's a little bit cold out here. It's been mighty cold the last couple of days, so, and it's supposed to get worse. I want to say in Oklahoma, they actually had snow. So I'm like, man, that's not good. But Ivanka Trump, I didn't know about this. She actually had to speak at a disposition on yesterday due to a investigation that the DC mayor started back in January, all because of it's not a shocker though, all because of possible election fraud. Not election fraud, but from the community that actually handled it, the inauguration fraud. They're saying that they actually abused their power and spent more than $1 million raised by nonprofit by grossly overpaying for the use of an event space at the Trump Hotel in Washington, D.C. for the 2017 inauguration. Once again, like I said before,
everything Trump do, when he have his business in it, it's going to cost us. Um, Even though that should have came out of his campaign fund. But think about what he's doing now. He's still getting um, donation in. Why are you getting donation in? You're not running. And you still asking people for donation. What's going on, Dope Boy to Hope Boy have joined us on Instagram. Welcome to the show. Um, so uh, yeah, so he's not running, but he's still asking for donation. And now the lawsuit is they overcharged for the ballroom to have his inauguration party, and people are asking questions now, which this lawsuit came out in January. But I really feel like it's answering a lot of questions that we asked last night about Trump wanting to pardon his family and some of his associates. So I think this is that rabbit hole they going down, for the simple fact that why do you need a pardon if you haven't done anything wrong? So, welcome to the show, Radio Chaos, listening on YouTube. You can chat live with us, like, share, no matter which platform you on. You can like it, share it with a friend. G Money Man said he's such a crook. Yeah, he is. Always been. That's the gangster in the White House. Um, but definitely, it kind of make you think a little bit. So, um, with that being said, she had to testify, and along with that, um, the Attorney General office have also subpoenaed records from Tom Barack. Don't have no relation to President Barack Obama. But Tom Barack have been subpoenaed to testify. Even First Lady Michelle. I mean, oh damn! I tell you, I haven't had nothing to drink tonight. Um, uh, First Lady Melania Trump, she also been subpoenaed. So it's finna get interesting. I could see a bunch of um, orange soups getting ready to be handed out. So this is going to be really interesting. Um, I don't know who they. Oh, Trump and his kids are trust fund people. They're not self-made millionaires. Exactly. And according to uh, what's his niece name? I forgot her name. According to her, he stole her dad part of the fortune. So G Money said, "Wow, it's going to get interesting." And also in this, if I'm not mistaken, um, in 2016, Gates wrote, um, uh, da, 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 da. Okay. Um, According to the lawsuit, Gates personally managed, discussed with the Trump Hotel about event space. And it's going to get very, very dirty. He's going to get ready to, yeah, for all these folks that riding with Trump, it's a new day. It's a new day. It's going to change up. Um, but, and you can actually pull the story up on CNN. That's where I got it from. It actually came out this morning. So it came out this evening. They updated this evening. So you can actually pull it up on CNN and you can read the entire story about it. But And according to the lawsuit, Gates agreed with the hotel managing director and Trump family member to pay $175,000 per day for the community to reserve space for 4 days. 175,000. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's gonna be an interesting case. Radio said Trump is going to end up in a rubber in a rubber room at some point. There is something seriously wrong with him. Exactly, it's something wrong with the whole family. All of them are cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. Uh, no offense to them, to Cocoa Puff, but they are cuckoo. So, and I think once he got on the pedestal that he's currently on, for what, another, how many days left? What's this, the second? Yeah, 29 more. Oh no, it's 50 days. I'm thinking he gone by the end of the year. But yeah, he's up on that pedestal. Got to realize they're going to look at you through a microscope. They're going to find out everything about you. And you wanted that. So now you've been exposed. So G-Man said, Michael Cogan said during congressional testimony that everyone close to Trump would fall. He knew better. He knew it. He knew it. He knew they was doing wrong, even though all of them stuck with him. But now they getting off the bandwagon. Why? Because a lot of them is gonna they about to lose their job. Even if they had the opportunity of keeping a job, you work with one of the crookedest men in America. You're not gonna stay in the White House. You gotta go. That's what Trump was talking about, cleaning that swamp. Because now that he's getting ready to go, they're gonna come in and clean everybody out. Everybody who was with Trump, supported Trump. And it's still some fools in the White House, some Senates and Congress, still supporting him. Matter of fact, it's some fool still flying his flag, think it's a chance for him to still win the president. And I'm like, really? He's not going to win this. It's over. So, and then for him to make threats to the poll workers yesterday, that's a shame. That's a disgrace. Man, take your loss and go on. Matter of fact, you should be getting fitted for your suit and not getting permission to take your extra drugs up in there with Big Bubba, because he's waiting on you. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. And because I was wondering why I kept seeing all these stories about Trump is gonna pardon a lot of people before he get out of office, and they talked about him trying to pardon his family um, and his associate beforehand, even Rudy. No sympathy at all. If Bill Cosby can go to jail, guess what, Rudy? Go on over there. Bill will show you the ropes. Uh, he will show you the rope. Now, I will tell people, you know, if you got family in prison, this might be a good opportunity because Trump finna get a lot of folks out. What's going on, Ilya Hunt, watching on Instagram? Welcome to the show. You can live chat with us in the chat room. So I believe in Georgia, and I think they had something in maybe in Michigan tonight. I seen them post something on Twitter. Um, Something about something going on in Michigan or something. Um, so either way, man, give up. Give up. You lost. It's over with. It's a done deal. Take your loss and move on. Um, and even the person that is in the runoff, the young lady that is in the runoff in Georgia, when Mike Pence came out there to rally for her, she ended up catching corona like a couple of days later. She tested positive. So y'all want to go out there and see Trump, you want to. As I think more cases have came out from him than anybody, but allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly. I don't want Twitter to tag my video saying I'm putting out fake news, but allegedly, because everybody was saying that was a super spreader, and a lot of people around him did catch it. So that's um, that's going to be interesting, and for him to ask question about if he could pardon his kids and his attorney, his associate, and the question is, why do they need to be pardoned if they haven't done anything illegal? So that's that's the question I have, and that's the question a lot of people have asked. Why would someone need to be pardoned if they haven't done anything wrong? That tells you right there, he know it's about to go down. So um, now don't forget Wednesday night is Ask Curtdog anything. You can ask me any question you want. Uh, I will answer it. So we had some interesting questions last week, and um, so it will be interesting. Radio said Trump has given me a good idea about lotto ticket. Then when I don't win, I sue them saying it was rigged. Exactly, because I need to win the lotto. I'm like, if I win the lotto, y'all will never know. I'm just saying, y'all will never know. Y'all be like, wait a minute, what Kurt done? I'm still here. I still be here every night, Sunday through Thursday. Um, I'll be telling my, why is he smiling so hard? Don't worry about it. uh, he look like he ain't gained weight. No, just eating good. I do that anyway, but yeah. Um, yeah, we all could use win the lotto, but I guess I have to play it in order to win it. I tried to play it, but it didn't work out for me. Um, no, I think I did years ago on the Pit 3. Um, I won like $40, or I think the most I ever won was like, I think it was 250. Because I would always play a Zach Any, 50 cents a Zach Any, and think I won like 250 or something. That's the most I ever won. But nah, came close, came close. But I'm like, look, I can't keep giving my money away and not winning anything. Have to get some return at some point. Um, so now, along with all of this, with Trump, Ivana, T. Cal flipped up in the room. Hey, T. Cal, how you doing tonight? I was kind of worried. I was like, I was hoping I didn't run you off with your BFF. Um, so um, yeah, with Ivana and Trump pardoning folks, and then Bill Barr actually made the comment the other day that he did not find any fraud in the election. And he been catching hell ever since he said it. From the right wing media, they've been giving him hell. Lou Dobb said he's either a liar or he a cheater or something. He said, "Where my story is? I don't want to be wrong." But he called them out, and they've been talking about him like he just the worst thing since in life. Talking about he's either a fraud, a liar, or a fool, or both. From Lou Dog. It's funny how they turn on him. Uh, I've heard that. I actually heard that today that Trump is thinking of firing Barr. Said he would probably be the next one getting fired. And the thing is, reason why Barr is changing his tune now, because Trump is on his way out the office. Trump is gone. He's finished. He's a cook duck, and he's out of there. So, with that being said, um, Barr, I think he's trying to stay in a position, but he know he's not going to be able to stay in the White House. He's done too much, and I wouldn't be surprised if his name doesn't come up on some of these lawsuits. Okay, I take that back. I see Barr was not part of a secret plot against President. Oh, that's another story. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if his name don't come up in something because he was representing him. Brian Collins, welcome to the show. What's going on with Ivanka? Well, she had to testify yesterday. Um, had to testify in a disposition in Washington from um, the inauguration of the 2017. Basically, they had the inauguration dinner or party or whatever at Trump Hotel in DC, and they misused funds, about $1 million worth, by overcharging for the location. And when he overcharged, of course, that is his business. Welcome to the show, Kitty Cookies. And listening on Instagram. You can live chat with us in the chat room also. So once they overcharged and they used it from the campaign fund, but they misused the fund. And this was actually something that came up when he was running for president the first time. And they said, look, he should separate ties from his business. He shouldn't be allowed to use his business for events, because what's eventually going to happen, we're going to end up having to pay for it, and they're going to charge the highest amount that they can charge for it. So that's basically what they did for the inauguration party. They charged a lot and they misused about $1 million. So she have to testify. I want to say Kushner have to. Oh, speaking of Kushner, I'll print that one out. He actually lied about his application for the security clearance. Yeah, so that's it's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to go down with Trump and all the stuff he done. Radio said, I was surprised to find out Barr has never prosecuted or argued a case in open court. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I'm not surprised. I think I probably can argue a case better than him from just by him working with Trump, I'm saying. I think I can probably do a very good job if I know all the facts of the case, and I'm not an attorney. So um, I had to do that when I was um, trying to get custody of my daughter. Had to argue the case myself. And the attorney stopped me in the hallway and asked me if I practice law. I told him, no, sir. He said, well, you might need to think about it because the attorney you was going up against was an attorney for so many years, and you made him look like a fool, made him frustrated, and you kept your composure. So, well, I would agree with that too, but her name is mentioned too. She have to testify. Now, unfortunately, when it come down to her, um, when it come down to her, Trump probably throw her up under the bus. So that's going to be interesting on that. Um, on Donald Trump Jr., um, he was up on the investigation by Special Counsel Robert Mueller for contacts he had with Russia, and but was never charged. And Kushner provided false information about his foreign contact when applied for security clearance. And uh, but Trump issued him one anyway, even though he lied on the application. Now, when you fill out a federal application, you can't lie on that, and you going to jail. So that's why Trump is uh, asking about pardoning his family and his associate because he know it's gonna go down. He know what he was doing was illegal, and it's gonna bite him in the butt. They coming for him, and they should. They should come for him. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Um, and Trump told advisor he think that he and his family have been unfairly targeted and that he's concerned the legal pursuit could continue under the Biden Justice Department. No, you're going to be held accountable. That's what it's going to come down to. You're going to be held accountable. You knew what you was doing was wrong. You knew your son-in-law lied on the security clearance. So the whole time you lied and you have him in the White House doing whatever, that's a threat to America by itself. As far as we know, who to say whoever his foreign relationship was with, they could have been stealing intelligence. I'm just saying. But you lied and you covered for him. Um, yeah, he. I think he probably. Well, sometime when I see him, he just kind of stand there and look like he may uh, been allegedly stoned or something. Like he only move when he need to, and he don't say much. But I don't know. He just stand there like a statue. Um, it's hard for me to look at either one of them. But um, yeah, this is gonna be really interesting. And talking about they're gonna be unfairly targeted. How you gonna be unfairly targeted when you got your son under investigation uh, about his contact with Russia, who we said all along it was something about it. Now, see what happened when people kept talking about uh, Biden's son having contact with Russia, but here it is, Trump's son have contact with Russia, and he lied about it. Mm. Wonder how that's going to work out for him. And then his son-in-law lied on the security clearance. Never should have been given one, but Trump gave him one anyway. Yeah, man, January 20th cannot get here soon enough. Because the 21st, I see some things about to happen. Um, Yeah, they brought it all this on themselves, and history would not be kind to them. You're exactly right. Um, they target everybody else, but now they can't take what they dished out. Exactly. Talking about they falsely target? No, you brought this on yourself. This man, this man could have went in the White House and probably would have got reelected if he kept everything in place. But instead, he want to change everything to make a point. He want to throw his his rug around to thank you for the hearts. Want to throw his rug around to make a point, and because of that, you're gonna need that rug because when you get in there with big bubble, you might have to put your face on that rug, or it won't be on that cold beat on that cold flow. I'm just saying. Um, so he definitely gonna need that rug. And matter of fact, unfortunately, I don't. He won't be able to take it in. They're gonna make him take it off because, from my understanding, you can't have wigs and extension in prison. Yeah, that's gonna look very strange. We probably won't even recognize him. But he get what he get, what's coming for him, and all these stories I've talked about, you can find them on CNN. Just Google it; it'll pop up, um, and they will. I read that. I was like, man, all of them about to go down. Um, but you are listening to Speak On It with Who You With Curtdog, and you can live chat with us in the chat. And tonight is actually Ask Curtdog Anything, no matter what. You can ask it, and I will answer it. So it's that's what we do on Wednesday night. I know a lot of you probably waiting for tomorrow night with Miss Risky here, and y'all don't have to just look at my face because Miss Risky will be here tomorrow, and I can't wait. I enjoyed Thursday. Matter of fact, she texted me a while ago. I haven't had a chance to read it just yet, but she did text me. Um, she working on some history for tomorrow, so that's going to be real good. Um, what free stuff are you talking about? Welcome to the show. First of all, what's up? Biden one. Here we go with the free stuff. What free stuff are you talking about? I'm just kind of curious. Uh, I would definitely like to know what free stuff are you talking about because I don't know anything free coming out of this. Um, so definitely let me know what you're talking about. Um, Radio said if Trump went to prison, um, he would have the guards fighting among himself with his talent. For you probably right because it will be crazy. Trump would say he'll have them in there going against each other. Oh, I was told I could do this. No, you can't. Yeah, he did. He told me I could do it. No, they said I could watch the Cosby Show. No, they didn't tell you that. Um, what do you think about the John Wall trade? Um, haven't let me pull it up because that was, you be catching me with some question offhand that I'm not prepared for. Um, I would say it's probably um so you going okay. Guess he going to Houston. It might be good. Houston been kind of quiet lately. Um so it might be kind of good. I don't know. They need some help. Welcome to the show, Marcellus. Oh Lord, I think we got us one. No, I haven't heard that, but I believe they signed the relief for all Americans. So, um, and that's the first part. So are you saying? I'm just kind of curious, and I want to get a clear understanding because I don't want to assume anything. Because when I start assuming things, neither one of us look good with it. So you saying, Democrat just approved COVID relief for illegal immigrants. So what you saying that, are you saying that we shouldn't worry about other Americans that came from other country but now are American citizens? We should just overlook them? I just want a clear answer because um, I'm not understanding your question, but we can have a dialogue about it, and it's okay. I feel like a relief should have been signed long time ago. It's been since March since a lot of people got any type of relief, so it should have been signed a while ago. And unfortunately, when you have mm, crazy people that is representing us in office, but they not necessarily representing everybody, that's a problem. Well, I need to verify that because I don't know. I don't know about that. Uh, it's in talk. Uh, Risky did send me something earlier about um, they saying Biden stimulus bill passed during lame duck session, but I didn't get a chance to read into it. But I'm a glance through it and see. And so they saying about 900 billion uh, that he's going for, and if I'm not mistaken, it haven't been signed just yet. So it's as for immigrants, I haven't heard that. Now, from my understanding, when they give out stimulus package, it's for American people, um, and that's the way it should be. But at the same time, if people are here legally from other country, hey, they're entitled to it also. Matthews 25 and 40 tell you do it unto the least of these, as if you're doing it unto me. When I was hungry, you fed me. I need clothes, you clothed me. And needed drink, you gave me water. So same thing. We all need help. So why not? If it's done, I have no problem with it. I don't see what the big problem is. Um, So that's what's going on with that. But like I said, tonight is Ask Curtdog Anything. I need to catch up on some of these messages. Uh, I think the John Wall trade may be good for Houston. Um, Marcellus, what's going on, man? Trying to get through tonight because you know what tomorrow night is. Tomorrow night is Thursday. You know who's going to be on the show tomorrow night. Miss Risky will be in the house. Um, yes, John Wall to Rocket and Westbrook to Washington. Which I don't I don't know if Westbrook had changed his attitude a little bit because when he was in Oklahoma, they couldn't keep people to play with him because of his aggressiveness. So that'd be kind of interesting if he actually changed or not. So I I will be that will be interesting to know. Um, uh, okay, I think we relief. I know so many cats were getting 600 on top of their unemployment salary and the relief. Yes, a lot of people were, and I'm not saying some people needed that money, but some people also took advantage of that because um, even Kyle Rittenhouse, um, the young man that shot and killed two people and injured another person in Wisconsin, he bought that assault rifle from that release money. And I think when a person used that money for stuff like that and not for what it's intended for, that's beating the system. So I really feel like I don't know if they can, but it need to be something to kind of, well, you really can't tell a person what they need to spend it on, but uh, there you go. Yeah, I think it was fake news too. I wanted to say that sounded kind of like one of my long lost friends that have came on to kind of mess around with us, but it's all cool. But hey, what's up? Why don't you do this for me? Like and share, and also click on the picture. Give us some hearts. Give us some hearts because we're trying to do some things in 2021, and we need all the hearts we can get. So definitely just punch away, punch away, punch away, punch away, punch away, and then take a pause and share it with your friends and like the page. Follow us. I'll follow you back. I don't care who you support. It's a platform for everybody. So um so that's the way I see it. So okay, now you're saying the package wasn't passed because Democrat program included so many of their special interests. Explain special interests. Because I'm just kind of curious about that. So explain that. Nah, legally I signed off, but illegally no, because it's my money, your money, and what the Dems is gonna be. Okay. So let me ask you this, just out of curiosity, just for the record. So in the last stimulus package, there was a small private jet company um, that actually got more stimulus money from any more than any other company. Were you okay with that? With all the small business that was also not getting that did not get the stimulus package. Welcome to the show, Treasurer Jewel, listening on Instagram, and you can live chat with us in the chat room tonight. It's Ask Curtdog Anything, and we're discussing the so-called stimulus package that's coming out, but they're still fighting on it. So, so I'm just curious. What's up? Are you okay with that? I'm just want to know because here it is, so many millions given to the small private airline company, and here it is, we have other companies, small business, that are struggling, that didn't get anything. Some of them had to close their doors. When Luby's had to close their doors, you know it's bad. So it's I'm just kind of curious how you felt about it. Not a good steward. No, I feel you on that. Try to catch up on some of these messages. No, not fake news. Let me be clear. In NYC, they have a relief package, which include even illegal. Well, we're not talking about NYC. We're talking about um, you talked about the stimulus package from the Democrat from Biden them. You didn't say New York City. I don't know anything about New York City stimulus package if they giving all the people one or not. But I feel like uh, they should look at what some of these other countries are doing and supporting their people. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Canada gave out stimulus package for so many months, and they also froze the mortgage. Now, radio, correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, they froze the mortgage, eviction, stop payments on everything, but they gave a stimulus package every month to all the people. They didn't care what party you was part of. They took care of the people. So uh, I figured you're a diehard Republican, and that's cool. Everybody is welcome on the show. We can agree to disagree, and also, if we don't agree, that's fine. But as long as we can have a dialogue and respect each other, we're cool. We're cool. I have no problem with that. I don't care who you support. Um, because at the end of the day, if you take the parties away, you take the color of our skins away, and at the end of the day, we still a child of God. So it don't matter who you support. Um, Radio said all company like free money. It's called government subsidy. Exactly. Um, you're exactly right. Socialism at its finest, supported by the GOP. Exactly. Um, he said, yes, they had a stimulus package there too. And their stimulus package was a hell of a lot better than ours. I think they paid them like so many months. And radio, let me know, are y'all still getting the benefits from it, or have they cut it off yet? I'm just kind of curious. And he's located in Canada, so it's completely different there than it is here. Um, I, as a person, I think a lot of us are some great Americans, but I think a lot of us think they are superior over other Americans. Now, have American been great for everybody? Nope. Nope, they haven't. It haven't. So, um, and to use a slogan, make American great, I asked the question, hell, when was America ever great for Black people or minority peoples? That's for Black, Hispanic, Native American, because they stole the land from them. And I really feel like I know here in Texas, our governors are really crazy. They didn't want he made a statement about a homework assignment about uh, the assignment comparing the police to KKK, and they both did the same thing. But he's talking about we don't need to let that part of history taught in school. No, how you change the narrative of everything, you tell the real history of America, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Tell it all. Don't sugarcoat it. So American haven't been good to everybody. Now I love to be here, but at the same time, it haven't been good. I'm quite sure I've had a lot of ancestors that was killed by the so-called American people. So yeah, uh, so it haven't been good. We're still getting benefit. We are not completely shut down due to COVID. Hopefully, we don't need another lockdown. Ooh, it's coming. I hate to say it because uh, I want to say California is on a 3-week lockdown right now. And I feel like with California, they probably going to extend it to the first of the year. I don't know for sure, but as long as the numbers continue to go up, it's going to be extended. So it's definitely something to look out for. Uh, Uh, what exactly do you mean? Okay, you say I haven't got a dime, but then I do well, blessed by giving my money away. Black people have black people have what? Oh, okay, I see. Come a long way. Come on, don't say that this isn't 400 hours ago. How much more do our community need with relief and program the responsibility need to start in at home? Well, I agree with you because one thing about it, you should not sit around and wait for a handout. I say that all the time. You got to do something to make things happen for yourself. Now, also, you cannot um in certain conditions, uh, some people unable to go out and work because if they have underlying health conditions, they unable to do it. And because of that, that's a problem. You know, um, Social Security, for instance, we work all these years, we put our money in Social Security, and then at the time when we um, retire, you don't really have enough money to afford anything with your Social Security. And a lot of people are having to work that is much older, that is older than the retirement age. They still have to keep a part-time job. Why? Because they don't get much from Social Security, regardless of how much money they put in there. Um, um, well, that's good. I'm happy for you. Um, you grew up in the projects. I have 2 college degrees. God has blessed me to do well, and I'm black. Hey, that's a wonderful thing. And I'm glad you did what you needed to do to get to where you are today. And there's nothing wrong with being successful. Nothing wrong with it at all. Um, uh, well, so I don't accept the excuse about what are they doing for us. Uh, You got to look at it like this because any decisions that our leaders make, regardless if it don't affect you directly, it may affect one of your family members that you don't know about that may be struggling. Because all so often, some of us get a couple of coins in our pocket and they forget about where they came from. So when that happened, you go to a family reunion, you see your cousin, you think everything is lovey-dovey. But at the same time, you don't know what's going on with them. They may be struggling, they may be out of work, so you don't know. Um, Booyah. Welcome to the show. The world is sick of your greedy rulers. They only care about themselves. We have some good elected officials. I won't say all of them are greedy. We have a lot that are, and they only worry about themselves. And we have a lot of them that is in a lot of leaders that are gangsters. They look out for them, their family, and their friends, their associates. So yeah, I semi agree with that. It's a lot of greedy people. They get in power and they forget about the little man. And booyah, this is my first time seeing you coming on the show. So if you don't mind, like, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend about it. Click the notification. You listening on YouTube? Click the notification for whenever we come on, and you will know when we come on, and you can live chat with us in the chat room while we're live. and always be a part of it. We here Sunday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. So you're always welcome to come on and be a part of the show. Um, Now, what are you in America or are you in another country? If you're in America, what state are you from? So I don't accept the excuse about what they're doing for us. Okay. Are we as black have as equal an opportunity to succeed? In certain things, I think a lot of people feel like when it come down to blacks being able to have the opportunity, it's either picking up a ball or playing some type of sports or picking up a microphone. We have a lot of talent, black people in America that don't get recognized. So is it the same opportunity? No, it's not. Because I could go and fill out an application for a job, have more education than a person, and someone else come along of another race, fill out the same application that may not have a high school diploma, may have a GED, may or may not, but then turn around, they'll say, "Oh, you overqualified," but then they'll pick them, put them in that position. So it's not the same opportunity. Um, we have to make those opportunity for ourselves. Um, um, so we have to make those opportunities to come up for ourselves. I agree with that, especially when them Dems. I'm sorry, but where we're struggling is where Dems. I don't agree with that. I don't, because I'm in Texas. Our governor is a Republican. Most of our leaders here in Texas are Republican, but our governor, he don't make laws for everybody. He only make laws for certain people. So I don't agree with that statement. Um, Now I don't know about New York where you are, but it's I don't agree with it. Um, that's what the news try to tell you, or that's what Trump was saying. Oh, in the cities where it's a Democrat governor, these are the issues in those cities. So that's I don't agree with it. Uh, the states and cities. Okay, you talking about run by the state and cities? I don't agree with it. I don't. That's your opinion, but I'm telling you, I don't agree with it because Texas, we have Republican leaders. And when we have a governor that signed an executive order but change it to help out a salon owner after two other women down close to the border was arrested for the same thing. And guess what? Nothing was said about it until the pretty little Susan got arrested, or she wasn't even arrested. She got a ticket and had to go to court, and the judge gave her the opportunity to either spend 5 days in jail or apologize. And she chose to spend the 5 days in jail. And because of that, the governor, when it changed this executive order about business shutting down to please little Susie. So, yeah, I don't agree with it. It's some bad on both sides, but here in Texas, no, our governor is a joke. Our attorney general is a joke. He put out the $1 million uh, bond to try to find somebody who can find fraud in the election. And as we can see, they still line as fraud, even though everybody's saying it's not fraud. Then we have our state attorney. Um, no, Dan Patrick is the lieutenant governor. By state attorney Ken Paxton, who was brought up on charges 5 years ago for fraud, and now the FBI is investigating him. So we have three three gangsters up in our house right now in Texas that we need to get out. So um, T Cal said, "Okay, I had to jump off, but I'm in now. What did I miss? Oh, you missed a lot." Yeah, we're talking about Ivanka had to testify yesterday on um, do a disposition because Trump campaign misused $100 million funds to pay for his inauguration party by charging the price of his son lied about his connection with Russia. His son-in-law uh, falsified his application for security clearance. Then, because Bill Barr said there was no fraud found in the election, the white ring is dragging him through the mud. So, and then we had a couple of questions come in. So, just kind of answering those. Tonight is Ask Curtdog anything. No matter what it is, you will get an answer. Um, so, okay, you asking where's the opportunity? Uh, Hell, that's a proven fact. Why you think women don't get equal pay, especially black women? So that's a proven fact. Pull it up. The science is there. It's not a conspiracy. Uh, like a lot of Republicans try to do is conspiracy. If you read the news, hear the news, or do your homework, that's a known fact. And and when it comes down to the black community, black community don't have that same opportunity. That's why we have to make our opportunity. We have to start up business to come up with opportunity. Um, so exactly, there's a lot of people working two jobs and can't come up with ends meet. Exactly, that's a proven fact. We broke it down here a couple of months ago here in Dallas, and someone Randolph Turner actually told me. He said he put in a chat. He said, "Man, you could get an apartment maybe. I think he said between $600 or something a month. But they're building so many apartments here in Texas. They coming up damn near like liquor stores on every corner. They building apartments, and these new apartments they are building. Well, eventually they're gonna start getting rid of the older apartments. And these new apartments for a one bedroom, it could cost you anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500 a month in rent. So when you have somebody making I think it's 7.25 or 7.75 an hour, and you getting 40 hours a week, that's not much money at all. That's why I feel like they should take minimum wage up to 15. But if you're making 7.75 an hour and you working 40 hours, that's not much. Now you break it down, what's that? Four, six, maybe 1,100, 1,200 a month. Where are you gonna get your food from? How are you gonna pay your light bill? And some apartment complex charge water. Where are you gonna get that money from? Oh, don't have a car. You got to pay for insurance, registration. It's required. I believe it's required in every state to have insurance. You got to pay for insurance, registration. Don't let nothing happen to that car. Then you really messed up. And please don't have no kids. That's even worse. So yeah, it's you might want to rethink that one. Yeah, it's a known fact. Um, Trump like handouts. He got a 175 million of them since the election. Yes, exactly. And he overcharged by $1 million from the campaign fund for the inauguration. That's why Ivanka had to testify, and then Tom Barack is having to testify here pretty soon. So yeah, Trump got his money, sure did. Um, I'm not in neither one of those cities. I'm in Texas. I'm not in neither one of those city or states. I'm in Texas. Uh, as for the crimes, hey, that's why I say all the time we need to take over our community. We need to take them back. We need to go back to the way it was back in the 70s and 80s when you did something wrong while you was down the street. Before you made it home, you ain't got two or three whoopings before you made it home. Then you turned around and got another one once you got home. But now it's a different day and time because people are not raising their kids anymore. Their kids are raising themselves. The internet is raising their kids. The streets are raising their kids. That's where the problem lies in it. Parents are so into their social media instead of staying focused with their kids. You need to raise your kids and raise them in a way. Not saying that the child is gonna go the same way that you want them to go, but if you spend time with that child, communicate with that child, and don't let the child raise their self, because what's going to happen, they get out in these streets, and the streets is going to raise them that street life. So you cannot say, what about um, Chicago, New York, Baltimore? Um, I'm not there. I say all the time on the show. And if you stick around, you will realize I'm all about community support where we need to take back our community. You see something, say something. You know somebody doing something wrong in your neighborhood, don't sit up and laugh about it, joke about it. Take a stand. Until we take a stand, it's going to continue to happen. And that's all to it. Yep, that's true about Becky. Yep. Uh, okay. Go ahead, look it up. You can verify anything I talk about on this show. I have no problem with it. Oh hell, I'm gonna bypass that one because welcome to the show. First of all, Gary Maribal. Thank you for tuning in. Definitely like, share, hit the picture several times, and give us some posts, and tell your friend about us. Um, if that was true, first of all, that let me be honest with you. First of all, that shit don't even sound right. So you telling me, and this the bullshit that you want us to believe, telling us the Chinese army is sitting at Mexican and Canadian borders waiting for Biden inauguration to take over the U.S. Yeah, okay, yeah, bullshit. Because first of all, so you're saying Mexico working with China, you saying Canadian Mexican uh, working with China. Man, don't come on here with some fake ass news like that. We all about truth. So that ain't gonna happen. So let me see. I'm gonna just go out on a limb real quick. I'm gonna say that you probably a Trump supporter, a Republican, and you pissed off about the election, so you want to come on here and try to spread fake ass news. Uh, uh, let you know, lost on that. Let you know. Oh, let them know. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of something else. Um, but either way, that was some fake news that Gary came in. I guess he came in, did a drive by type, and kept going. So that's some fake news. I see now. I'm gonna have to read. Well, I've been doing that anyway. Read the comments, especially to the ones that are new to the show. Um, uh, okay, what you're not understanding. What's up? Now, I'm gonna say it real slow for the ones in the back in here. You can have great education and based based up on your race, and you can have experience in it, but based up on your race, they will bring somebody in with less experience, don't have the education with you, same as you have, or better. They will pay them more money than what they will pay you. Why? Because the color of your skin. Of course, they're not going to come out and just say that, but I know people that it happened to. They could be working for a company, great education. They turn around. Here's uh, Sue or Ken coming in just with a high school diploma, no experience at all, straight out of high school, come in making more money than them. Then they turn around and want you to train the person. Hmm, yeah. So don't come with stuff like that. You signed what today? Uh, yeah, it's a lot of places, apartment complexes that charge anywhere from 12 to 1,500 a month for a one bedroom. For a one bedroom. So depends on what part of town you in, and depends on the neighborhood. Um, hey, I appreciate you for tuning in. Definitely like, share. Uh, I didn't see you hit the hearts and nothing, but go and hit the hearts up before you go. Uh, exactly. I knew you was gonna come in on that because I already knew. I know better. And after he said it, what he do? He raised that finger up like he was at an old school Baptist church and creeped up out the room. That's one of those Trump trolls, one of those that is pissed off because Trump lost. So that's all that is. It's nothing personal. I knew better because that's what they do. They get upset for the fact that he lost, and then some of them still believe he got a chance of winning. And then some of them still sending money. Well, you said that a while ago. Still sending money to him after the election. Why? Because he had made 175 million after the election. And they still feel like it's all good. So no, it's not good. Definitely not. That's them where Trump had brainwashed them so much. Fool gonna say Chinese army at Mexican and Canadian border. First of all, the quartet the cartel won't allow them in Mexico. So You telling me they came from the southern part of Mexico all the way up to the northern part and waiting at the border? Yeah, let me know how that work out. And they agreed to allow them to transfer up there? Nah. Then on top of that, Mexico ain't finna go for that. For the simple fact, too much stuff come from Mexico. They'll be biting their own hands. Gonna come in here and tell a lot like that. I almost thought it was your BFF at first, and it might be. I'm just saying. It sounded kind of like it when it started off, um, but I will find out. Yeah, I just do like I did the other night. Blah blah. Keep it moving. So, but you are listening to Speak On It with Who You With Curtdog. I'm M. Who You With Curtdog. You can live chat with us in the chat room. Tonight is Wednesday night. It's Ask Curtdog Anything, no matter what it is. You can ask us, and you will get an answer. So, um, as long everybody is welcome here. Uh, Everybody is welcome here, regardless of who you support. We may agree, we may not agree, but I know a lot of people have been brainwashed by Trump. Uh, yeah, and maybe you came in late because here it is. Donald Trump Jr., the president's son, in case you don't know who he is, was under investigation by Special Counsel Robert Mueller for contact he had with Russia. Yeah, he had contact with Russia. That's why Trump is trying to get him pardoned. Even his son-in-law, Kushner, provided false information about his foreign contact when he applied for security clearance. His foreign contact. So, yeah, it was a reason why Russia came up. Matter of fact, at one time, Trump even said, "Yeah, they probably did interfere with the election." Yeah, like a foreign army can just show up in another country and set up shop. Exactly. Like I said, that's uh, what exactly do you mean when Trump won, but the same can't be said of Biden? True. Are you true? I know we with those paper ballots. Look, they've done the recount. Matter of fact, in what was it, Wisconsin? Biden got 87 more votes after the partial recount. Georgia did a recount. Matter of fact, they was doing two recounts. And I want to say even in Pennsylvania, they trying to stop the count there, trying to keep it from being certified. Why you won't let them certify it? Let me explain to you. I know this your first night. One thing about it, Trump had pissed off a lot of folks. Too many people have lost too many lives, and Trump have lied too many times. He lied a lot. Um, when it came down to the coronavirus, he never would have admitted he lied if that um, show host was not going to write a book. Trump would have never admit that he lied about the virus, saying how bad it was behind closed doors. That should be a national security threat right there, because he gave out personal information about what's going on in the country while he was lying to us at the same time. But you support whoever you want to. There's two type of people I cannot deal with: a liar and a thief. well, my well added racist on there too. So I can't deal with those type of people. And Trump is all of those. But you can support who you want to. It's just not good. You got to open your eyes and think about it. Is this what you want for your family? Have to walk around with a mask all the time? Which this could have been prevented. See, what a lot of people don't want to talk about is how Trump actually fired the team to help prevent a pandemic. We could have been ahead of this because, let the truth be told, this pandemic actually, well, it wasn't a pandemic, but this virus started, I think, in October, November of last year. And if we had that team in place, it could have been controlled. We wouldn't have people going around uh, where we having to shut states down, people losing their jobs, losing their homes. We wouldn't have all of that if he left that team in place. So that's my opinion of it. If we had the team, we don't know how it would have came out. I don't think it would have been as bad as it is now. So that's my opinion. What's over for Trump, but goodbye, Trump, and whatever left of them heaven. We will see. Never get my support, but I support my country, and we will see. Okay, how can you support the country and you can't support the leaders that we have? Yeah, I don't agree with Trump, but that's who we currently have. I don't agree with what he do because I feel like he's a bald-faced liar. But because he's elected, he represent all of us, regardless if we want him to or not. Just like Biden Harris. If you listen to the show, I've said if Biden Harris come in and do anything different than what they said, they will be a one-term president because we need to hold them accountable just like anybody else. But they was the best ones that could beat Trump, and that's exactly what they did. They beat him. So if you're talking about you support your country, you should support whoever is our leaders, not just because they a different party or the person that they beat the person that you wanted to win. You should support them because they are our next leaders. So you can't be for my country if you don't support everybody. That's just like um, people talking about all lives matter. Well, all lives cannot matter unless you include Black lives, and some people refuse to do that. So yeah, you got to be able to support everybody, regardless if you agree with them or not. The FBI director who Trump appointed confirmed Russia interfered. Yes, they did. They did say Russia did interfere with the election. Uh, the Trump campaign was clearly conspiring with Russia, but welcome Russia help. Exactly. Matter of fact, even this election, Trump made a statement saying, well, maybe Russia need to do something about it or China need to help us out because he expected to lose. He kept saying he was going to lose months ago because he knew too many people lost their lives because of a lie. A good leader would have came out when the virus first came out. A good leader would have said, look, we don't know nothing about this virus, but I'm asking you, the people of America, protect yourself. The only way we will be able to protect ourselves is by wearing a mask. Instead, Trump did everything different than what the doctors and the scientists was telling them to do. So yeah, it's that's Trump. Hey, what's going on, SA? I'm listening on Facebook. How you doing? Um, yeah, I did. Tell my boy happy birthday again. Your husband. Uh, Let him know I said happy birthday. I know I put it on his page, um, but definitely wish him not a happy birthday for me. Um, yes, he did. He told his supporters to vote twice. He did tell them to vote twice. Um, what that was? I believe it was in Virginia. As soon as the um, early voting started, he told them y'all should vote twice. Yeah, like I said, I'm wondering um, I'm wondering if him and his wife voted twice for the simple fact that if, when early voting started, they showed them taking a picture, casting a vote on the. Now before then, they said they mailed it in. Then they turned around election day. She was seen casting her vote again. So I guess maybe that's the reason why you need a pardon. I don't know. Cause you like, hey, they coming for me. Got to do what we got to do. He need to pardon her. She probably did. She probably did. She probably like, look, I got to get out of this somehow. I'm not voting for him. I don't even like him. I'm ready for my check. I'm waiting for that check, uh, that divorce settlement to come up because she probably voted for Biden and probably told Biden, "Oh, I'm voting for you." She probably when she wore that dress down to Laredo to see the kids in the cages, she she probably had a Biden shirt on up under it, uh, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Um, yeah, I cannot wait at all. And hopefully, as soon as he get out, um, I'm hoping they taking him in handcuffs. I know you just came on, but we talked about Ivanka Trump. Had to do a disposition yesterday um, um, because his campaign they overspent $1 million at his hotel for his inauguration uh, party. At his hotel, charged them $175,000 a day for 4 days, and they mis misused about $1 million. So I don't know if they. Let me check and see. I hope. I think they. I don't know. Let me check and see for the simple fact that um, with COVID, I would think they don't, but I don't know for sure. Um, because they stopped talking about that a while back. Let me check and see. Da, da, da. Trying to see. Okay, I said I wonder if Vegas is taking bets on whether Trump would go to the inauguration. Oh, he said he's not going. He tweeted that I think today. I seen it on Twitter earlier. He said he's not going. Uh, wow. When Trump and his friend business got 10 million each in PPE loan. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, that's crazy. But I guess when you have friends in high places, you look out for them. Uh, uh, look like they may still be. Um, I'm trying to see because a lot of stuff I'm seeing right now is like dated back in October. So trying to see. Yeah, the news. Trying to see. It's hard to say because a lot of this stuff is dated. Um, like back in October. Um, so I'm trying to pull it up and see. For the ones that just not joining, like I said, sometimes we do have to research stuff on the show. If somebody asks a question, we want to make sure we're giving out the correct information. Because we don't want to give out false information and people be talking about we giving out false news and which we don't do that. If we make a mistake, we always come back and correct it. So um, from what I can see, it's hard to say. The last update I really see on that was like in October, and oh, here's something. This came out from U.S. News. Let me glance through it real quick. Mexico to stop holding child member in detention center. Da, 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 da. But the stories still go back to earlier years. It's hard to say. I'm gonna have to look at it. But 9 times out of 10, there's probably is some still there. It's just not headline news anymore. And unfortunately, when you're dealing with the media, what's important to them may not be important to us. And if you don't have inside scoop on it, you'll forget about it. And I'm gonna definitely do some more research tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'm gonna write this down if I can remember. Um, and I have an answer for you tomorrow. Uh, uh, so I have an answer for you tomorrow. I will research it and try to see, but it's a good chance there are some. There's probably some still down there, and Trump not trying to pay attention to it. He don't want to pay attention to it, and he just gonna let it blow over. So yeah, but definitely Wednesday nights you get the opportunity to ask me any question you want. Of course, any show you can, but Wednesday we try to uh, just do speak on it with ask Curtdog anything. Uh, Brandy, so welcome to the show. Listening on Instagram, thank you for the heart. I appreciate it. We're on Sunday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. On tomorrow, we will not be on Instagram because the way they have the format set up. Um, Miss Risky is on the show with me. So you may want to join us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Periscope, Facebook, on one of those platforms. And you can always chat live with us. But whenever I have a guest on the show, um, there's no way we can see both of us on the stream together. So you definitely want to go to one of the other platforms and join in, and you can get the full show and be able to see us. Because on Thursday it be off the chain. We never know who might show up. So every night it's off the chain, but on Thursday with Miss Risky, um, when she's talking about her week, it's always a good thing. So, um, but y'all have been listening to Speak On It with Who You With, Curtdog. I mean, Who You With, Curtdog. We are on here every Sunday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. And right now, if you go to my Facebook page or Instagram, we have some merchandise on there. Right now, it's 20% off. If you order, I want to say they changed the date. I want to say if you order by the 21st, now you may have to do the rush delivery, but if you order now, you can get it with standard delivery. We have some great merchandise out there. We're going to add more on there. So definitely keep an eye on that. And right now it's 20% off on everything. Just use the code Curtdog, CURTDOG. And join us tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time. It will be Miss Risky and I together. Um, we haven't talked on the phone this week. I did. No, we haven't. We haven't talked on the phone this week, but we text a lot. So so definitely be prepared for that tomorrow, because she's working on some stuff. I'm working on some stuff, and it's going to be a good night tomorrow. And I think one thing, well, I'm not going to say it. I need to get with her and verify it first. But always tune in. You can always chat live with us. If there's a subject that you want us to speak on, definitely let us know. Um, we will do the research and we will speak about it. On Wednesday night, it's Ask Curtdog anything. If I don't know the answer, I will Google it and get an answer for you. And everybody is welcome on this platform, regardless of who you support. Whether if it's Democrat, Republican, or whatever, you are welcome. Only requirement we have, you are respectful to everyone that come on. I appreciate it, T-Cal. Said you are the best. So I appreciate it. So until tomorrow night, I appreciate each and every one of you. I love each and every one of you. And it's not a damn thing you can do about it. So until tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time, with Miss Risky and I, have your wine, your drink, whatever you're going to have. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.